Hey guys, and welcome back to the Cosspot Confessions podcast. I'm Stacey.
I'm Vicky.
And this is episode 16. Yeah. I feel like I done the intro weirdly then. What do I usually say? Hey guys,
I
and
don't
welcome
know.
back
You
to the
messed up the
Cosspot
first
Confessions
time.
podcast. This is episode... No, I didn't know. But it's episode 16.
It is.
And welcome back.
Yep. We're back.
Again, I apologise in advance. I don't know how this episode's going to go. I'm in a very weird headspace. I think me and Vicky both are.
You're exhausted. I'm recovering from a migraine. This is just going to be a bit of a weird episode, I think.
Yeah.
And plus, I've just had a coffee, so who knows?
Right. So today we are actually doing an episode that I've wanted to do for a while, and I feel like I think I even mentioned it a few months ago on our TikTok page that I wanted to cover this, but then we didn't end up getting around to doing it. But we are talking about the Winchester house.
Not Sam and Dean Winchester.
No,
sorry to disappoint you.
Although I was thinking when I was doing this, my ADHD kicked in. Because then I was like, the Winchester, and I was like, Supernatural. And I was thinking, like the first episodes of Supernatural in the first season, they cover all like the white lady, the woman in white, they do like the Crossroads demons. Yeah. I was like, that'd be a really cool podcast series of like covering the history and mystery behind the episodes, like behind the woman in white and behind the Crossroads demon. So I was here.
You lost me as soon as you said first episode, because as soon as you said that, my brain just kept going, Dad's been on a hunting trip and he hasn't been home for a while.
See, I had Carry On My Wayward Son. Oh my God, I was actually going to do a post on TikTok, and I still might do it. And I'll probably end up doing it before this even comes out, because I was thinking about doing it maybe tomorrow. But I was going to do like a hint of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Having the Carry On My Wayward Son, because it's a Winchester.
Yeah.
And then someone might actually, like, I feel like there'll be our people. We'll find our people who will be like, this is what it is.
I say that way too often.
Honestly, we're a tad obsessed with Supernatural. If you haven't seen it, you need to go listen to it.
Although the way they ended it, like I understand it was during the pandemic.
Yeah, it didn't end the best.
They didn't have all the cast because regulations and all that. They ended it the way they could, and spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't got to this episode.
Andrew hasn't.
Okay. The way Dean died.
Mm-hmm.
He went out swinging.
Yeah.
But by a hook.
Yeah, it could have been better.
It could have done.
Captain Hook should not have been involved.
No. I mean, I think the Hook Man was. Yeah. In one of the episodes.
Oh, yeah, but that's not Captain Hook.
No.
But anyway, yeah, like, I just, what was he saying about? We were talking about Supernatural. Yeah, I was just saying that we are Supernatural fans.
Mm-hmm.
And my son's even called Castiel, so you know. And then Jackson's Jackson Dean, because we weren't named after Dean, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And
earlier when you said everything feels like Groundhog Day, all I had was every day is Tuesday.
What's every day is Tuesday?
Stacey, you cannot say that you're a Supernatural fan if you don't understand that. When Sam's stuck in the time loop, every day is Tuesday. He wakes up on a Tuesday every day.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. When you were saying about like Groundhog Day and Supernatural, I was then thinking, I don't know why this happened in my head, because it's not even a loop of that. But it would just remind me of the Looney Tunes episode where the guy is like, can control like the time. Is it not timelines? But like has like, this guy that can control everything is watching Looney Tunes, and everything that happens is like the Looney episode. Yeah. So like the piano falling on deep, like, and then they wake up and then they're alive again, or something like that happened. Anyway, that's what's going on in my head is Looney Tunes.
Yeah, because they had to go into his mind, didn't they? And it was all like crazy. Yeah.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. This is not even like, we're 4.5 minutes into this episode, and we've been talking about Supernatural for most of it. And we were like, this is not a Supernatural episode yet. We're talking about Supernatural. No, this is the Winchester Mystery House.
Yes.
So we don't know what we're going to change up today. Usually I start. However, Vicky is starting today. And she is covering everything that is to do with Sarah.
Yes, Sarah Winchester.
Yes. So are you ready?
I am. Okay. We've all heard of the story, a grieving widow haunted by the ghost who killed... Who killed? The ghost didn't do any killing.
I haven't heard this version of it.
Spoiler alert, new episode. I don't know what I'm on about now. Jesus Christ.
Don't they cover... Sorry, this is going back to the supernatural. Don't they cover the Winchester guns?
Yeah, because the cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, carry on.
Okay.
But do they actually cover the They don't do the Winchester house? Which I always thought that
don't
would have
think
been
they
really
do.
cool. That would have been a really cool episode.
That would have done. Just opening doors into walls.
Is it? Nope, not in here. Anyway. Carry on.
Okay. I'll start again.
Okay, yeah, you do that.
Oh. We've all had the story, a grieving widow haunted by the ghosts of those killed by the gun that won the West.
Do you want to read that again?
No, I'm good.
Okay. AKA
Winchester
47.
rifles. I don't think they did any AK-47.
Apparently, I'm just in a really aggravating mood, and I apologise in advance.
Oh, so as we've already spoken about, Winchester rifles, Winchester guns, they played a huge part in like the Civil War and the killing of Indians and things like that. Yeah.
I did not think guns were involved.
Not just any guns. The Winchester guns.
The Winchester guns.
Yeah, Winchester rifles. So she's building a labyrinth.
Yeah, an enema.
Gun enema.
I think a gun enema is a bit more final.
Put shitting out a bullet. Literal. Oh God.
Carry on.
Building a labyrinth mansion to confuse the dead. A house with stairs to nowhere and doors that drop into thin air.
Oh.
But what if I told you that the mad woman of San Jose was actually a Yale educated bilingual.
A bilingual.
Yeah, bilingual.
Yeah.
Or like polyglot.
Polyglot.
Polyglot. Oh.
That's something you farted from. You farted from your mouth. You did a mouth fart. You did a mouth shot. What was it?
Love puff.
You did a love puff out your mouth.
Oh, right. Let me start this again.
Okay, you do that.
What if I told you that the mad woman of San Jose was actually a Yale-educated, bilingual, a brilliant inventor, a philanthropist who used her massive fortune to keep workers employed during the Depression? Today, we are peeling back the tabloid drama of the Winchester Mystery House to find the real Sarah Lockwood Pardee.
When you said peel back, I just thought you'd peel back of the face then.
I thought the same thing.
I was like, peel back the face? No, okay, cool.
Facelift.
It's a different type of facelift.
So let's get into Sarah's background.
Okay.
Long before she was a Winchester, she was Sarah Pardee. Growing up in a progressive household in New Haven, her father was a Finnish carpenter who hosted... What the fuck is that word? So
I love that Vicky... Vicky actually did all her notes herself, but she got Gemini to put it into like
a context that I could read out
loud. Yeah, because we find it easier to read off the screen of our phones.
Yeah,
in like the context that in the font that Gemini produces.
Otherwise, it's like in note form, and I have to figure out what order this is in.
And
I just wrote
terrible. I wanted to shoot myself the last time.
Yeah,
we tried doing it that way. So yeah, she put all her notes into Gemini,
and I said, make this understandable.
Except
because it was like 42 something, and then it was like, oh, Sarah did this, and then it's like none of it made sense.
Yeah,
you couldn't read it properly.
But yeah, it's made it so it's not very readable.
Yeah, and it's not very readable for me because there's words in it I don't understand.
It's because we are dyslexic.
So I'm just gonna move on from that.
Maybe we should ask to make it dyslexic safe, and then
I still think that wouldn't be safe enough.
Yeah, very true. Would it be interesting if it's like all like gibberish, but we could read, because you could read it better if you're dyslexic. Yeah. Maybe if it wrote it in that way.
Yeah, you could have the first and the last letter correct and just jumble up in between. I might be able to read that better. Anyway, he was a carpenter who hosted free thinkers, and the other word I don't understand. Sarah was a star student. By the age of 12, she spoke 4 languages. She was a skilled musician. Finally got there.
A musician?
I've had so much coffee today because that's the only thing that helps when I have migraines to keep me awake.
Yep.
So I'm all over the place today. A fan of Shakespeare, and eventually attended the Young Ladies Collegiate Institute at Yale.
Oh.
So she was clever. Very clever. I mean, I can barely speak one language. Standing at just 4'10" and weighing 95 pounds, which I don't know what that is in
it's not heavy.
Metrics. No, it's not. And it's a very, very petite woman. She was known as the Belle of New Haven.
Maybe she wanted to be a borrower.
Maybe. I mean, she's short enough.
That's what I mean.
She's shorter than me, and that's saying something.
Yeah, it is saying something.
She had the world at her feet until tragedy. Again, tragedy. There
tragedy.
We go.
And we have come through with agony. Carry on.
Until tragedy began to systematically dismantle her life.
Dismantle?
Yeah.
You did not say dismantle, you said dismantle.
Dismantle.
She dismantled her life.
She hoofed and she puffed.
And she
signed the eviction notice.
Okay, we went 2 different orders.
I went Shrek.
I went fire.
In 1866, Sarah lost her infant daughter, Annie. What are you laughing at? This is the sad part.
I know. It's because after all of that, I was thinking when I edit this, I'm gonna laugh again at everything that we've spoken about so far. Then it made me laugh.
You're laughing about laughing.
I'm laughing about laughing in the future.
Okay. You good? In 1866, Sarah lost her infant daughter, Annie, to marasmus. When I was doing this
I actually know what that is.
I know, but for people who don't know, it's a severe form of malnutrition.
It's because the baby wouldn't feed.
Yeah.
And back then, there wasn't formula. Like, if there was formula, it's not very easy to get a baby to, like, nowadays, you could put the baby on an IV, like a food IV or whatever it is, and you'll be able to tube feed the baby. But obviously, back then, if the baby won't latch or won't take a bottle, which I'm assuming it was
1866.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had bottles, and they used to have wet nurses, didn't they?
Yeah.
So if the mother wasn't feeding, their nanny would.
Formula.
The wet nurse would.
Was formula.
Well, I don't think it's around like the 1920s.
When was this?
1866.
Right. So in 1867 was when it was more easily prepared as a powder.
Right. Okay. So it wasn't really a common.
No, so that it was literally at the brink. It was designed in 1865, but it wasn't really used until 1867. So she unfortunately missed like that probably wasn't offered, and which is sad because that's something that could have prevented that from happening.
Yeah, and she was only 5 weeks old when she died. So
she died from starvation, didn't she? Malnutrition and stuff. It's like
It's a severe form of malnutrition. So she couldn't feed properly. She had failure to thrive. So 15 years later, so after Annie died, they said, no more children. We're not doing that anymore. That was too much. 15 years later, her husband, William, died of tuberculosis. And in that same year, she lost her mother and her father-in-law and her husband.
That's crazy. That's bad luck.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Although nobody went after the dog.
Well, no, but like, he lost so many people in his life. In like his
actual Keanu Reeves.
Actual.
Okay, I thought you were on about like
not John Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll find you the information on it because it's interesting. Okay, so I've just looked up how many people Keanu Reeves has lost or who he's lost, right?
Okay.
So he lost his best friend in 1993 at just 23 years old. Keanu Reeves' closest friend died of a drug overdose.
Damn.
Then his daughter, Ava Archer Reeves, in 1999, Keanu and his girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Sim, were expecting their first child. Tragically, their daughter Ava was stillborn at 8 months.
Oh, Jesus.
Then his partner, Jennifer Sim, they had the baby basically. She died. And then his partner, only 18 months after the death of their daughter, was instantly killed in a car accident in Los Angeles. She was 28. Oh, and Keanu Reeves' sister was diagnosed with leukemia.
Shit.
So he's literally just fucking lost loads of people. It's like anyone he gets close to dies. Anyway, that's a completely off-topic thing, and I probably ended up cutting all of that out, but I had to mention it because it was in my head.
Well, leave it in because it's something that I didn't know.
Oh, you're welcome.
Fun fact for the day. Well, not really fun fact, but it's a fact for the day, okay?
There's depresso, there's espresso. I feel like that's what we should call our depressing episodes. when we depresso the espresso because we've had a coffee, and then we're gonna
depressed.
And then we're gonna bring the espresso high down a level.
Oh Jesus. Okay. So, in a single year, 1881, Sarah lost her mother, father-in-law, and her husband. Suddenly, she was one of the wealthiest women in America. She inherited, so her husband and her father-in-law, obviously, they were treasurers of
the
Winchester guns. So they held a lot of shares. I think she ended up having, nearly 50% of the shares of the company.
I mean, it's bad that they died, but it's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Do you want to know how much money she inherited?
I'd love to know.
Roughly 20 million.
How much is that in nowadays?
So, in terms of reflective economic power today, it's a staggering 8.2 billion.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And I couldn't find this in my research, but when I listened to the podcast, That's Why We Drink, they said she basically just got £25,000 a day.
That's mental.
Like on top of that, through like the income of shares.
Because she'll get that lump sum, and then she
continues to get money from the shares. So she's
just generating
every day. She just gets
money.
A new supply of money. Yeah, which is how she could afford all of the random shit that goes on in a minute that we're going to talk about. So yes, today's money, 8.2 billion.
That's insane.
Yeah. But for Sarah, although it's a crap ton of money, life-changing money, that money represented a lifetime of grief.
I mean, I'm pretty cold-hearted. I could do with losing that.
I mean,
not the kid. The kid should stay. The others.
I'll grieve my child, but my husband and my father-in-law, I'll just cry on a yacht.
Yeah. Basically.
Like, money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a yacht and some wine.
It can buy everything else.
I can pay someone to be happy for me.
I can pay a therapist to live with me. We all just unpack it in the Maldives.
Trauma Dump Tuesday.
I think I could get over it pretty quick. Sorry, Andrew. The kid part, I think I would struggle with, but the rest.
Yeah, that's not.
I mean, yeah. I say that. I'll probably say something different after the half term.
Oh, geez, 2 weeks. That's going to be a long 2 weeks.
I can't. I'm dissociating with the thought of it right now. It's not happening. It's not happening.
So, moving on from, I mean, if Andrew listens to this, I'm sure he's going to be upset with you.
He won't care. He'll do the same.
Yeah, he'll be like, yeah, to be fair, I'd probably do the same, and fair enough. Back to the story. This is where the legend takes over. The story goes that the New England medium told Sarah that she was cursed by the spirits of Winchester rifle victims, and to stay alive, she had to move west and build a home for them, and the sound of hammers should never stop, or she would die. She'd be like the next one to go.
Can you imagine that? Like, you need to go build the spirits a nice house. There's one spirit there. Like, I've always wanted a fucking big house in the background. So they're gonna come through, talk to this medium, and be like, okay, we need a house, else I'm gonna kill you. Like, it's like blackmail from the other side.
See, on the podcast that I listened to, they had an interesting theory because they had the same sort of thought, like, there's some fucked up ghost sort of thing going on here. They were like, what if the medium was just claiming to be a medium and was actually somebody whose like ancestors or whatever were harmed by the rifles and was like, this is gonna be my revenge, I'm gonna fuck with this woman. And he was like, I don't like her, so off you go.
Yeah.
Move out to the Midwest, leave me alone, and just waste all your money by building this random ass house.
I kind of wish I was a medium so I could fuck with people.
Yeah.
Because I would only do it to the people that deserved it, but the people are complete dickheads.
Do you think of the amount of gossip that you would get from these ghosts?
Yeah.
You should have sat there like, that lady over there, she's a right little bitch.
That one ate.
Do you want to know her secret? I was watching her the other day. She picked her nose and then ate it. See Marjorie over there? She had an affair with her husband.
Yeah.
She slept with the pool guy. You could get so much intel on people.
I would just... To be fair, if I was a ghost, I would 100% make some rich person build me a house.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's what I'm going to do.
The legend says that she sat in her séance room every night talking to the architectural orders from the dead. So not only has she spoken to this medium, but now she's getting, like, information from these spirits to, like, see how she wants to build.
Have you actually seen the séance room?
No.
So I watched today. Me and Aria have been watching the Winchester Mystery House, like after dark episodes that are on YouTube. And I was watching one which had Matt Rife in it, the comedian. Yeah, because he is really into ghosts.
Yeah, and we spoke about this before. He's got the
Warrens' house. Yeah. So did you know he actually owns their house? Yeah. Like because it's all one
the
thing.
Museum, yeah. But he doesn't own the stuff inside the museum. It's only the museum itself. Everything else is owned by other people but displayed there.
Yeah, technically he houses it all. Yeah. But he was there with the guy who he co-owns it with, I think. Because it's his YouTuber friend. Yeah. And they were doing a overnight thing there, which was quite cool. I can't remember what my point was.
I don't know.
Oh, they show the séance room. It's just an empty room. Oh. It's a weird looking thing. Because it's in the middle. It's called like the heart of the house. Pretty sure. So it's in the centre of the whole house, this room.
I want to know, how do you find the centre of this house?
you find the seance room.
Yeah, but the amount of windows and
I
doors
don't
and
know.
walls and
We're gonna go into that in a bit.
yeah, because I do have all that information here, but you done your research on the house too.
done that.
So I'm now going to hand it over to you.
Oh, is that the rest? Okay.
Well,
This just seems sudden.
I did have here. Hang on, let me go on to my notes a minute, because this is now going on to about the house, and that's your department. Let me go on to my notes. So, Sarah owned other properties in California. She purchased a houseboat, and in 1910, another home in Atherton, don't know where that is, to be closer to her family. I'm presuming it can be like her mum. She spent a lot of time there until her passing in 1922. So that's when she died.
Right.
And she gave $1,325,000 to build a tuberculosis centre in Connecticut in honour of her husband.
I feel like the amount she had, she could have donated more than that.
Yeah. But it still remains a chest clinic today.
Ah.
So that's something positive.
Yeah.
From her life. So she wasn't just a crazy lady who built a crazy maze of a house.
And
she also donated over $1 million US. And at the time, that's a lot.
Yeah, to be fair, that is a lot, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, that's my information on Sarah.
Okay.
I will leave you to the house.
So now we're going to get into the ghosty stuff.
Mm-hmm. The favourite part.
But before we do that, the sheer math of this house is just a headache. Like,
it really is.
So I want to get into that first.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the ghosty part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this house, it was under construction for 38 years.
That's a long time.
38 years, and that's constant day and night. Like, there's no stopping.
But did you know that's actually less time than it takes a council to fill in fucking potholes?
It really is. Yeah. It really is. But imagine having like contractors in your kitchen for nearly 4 decades. The hammers literally didn't stop until the day she died in 1922.
That is crazy.
Like,
that would drive you insane. Imagine trying to sleep and somebody's just there, like hammering a nail.
But it's not. The thing is, as I didn't understand until now, it's not like it's just like a full day of work. Like, it's 24 hours non-stop. The hammers are not allowed to stop. Like, the construction has to be going. So even throughout the night, there's people there working.
Yeah. But then there was no power tools back then, so it would take them a lot longer to do things.
Yeah, that's very true. That would be really annoying. The actual like house is very pretty, like most of it, and because she was really into architecture as well, and she designed everything. Like she had.
I mean, I wouldn't want her to design a house for me. I think I would get lost.
She had I think she had like an architect to start with, but she didn't like what the architect was doing, so she just like mainly did it herself.
I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, she also had the help from the ghosts.
But she was very smart though, like you said before. Like, she wasn't a
dumbass. Like,
no.
Oh, I'm going to build a house.
So
like most people nowadays.
Yeah, so nothing. Basically, the construction didn't stop until 1922. It started as an 8-room farmhouse, and by the time she was done, it was this 24,000 square foot monster.
Jesus.
Yeah. So to put it into perspective for the listeners and for you, the house has 160 rooms.
That's a lot of rooms.
160.
Imagine being the cleaner. I would lose my shit.
Okay, well then listen to the rest of this then. So she had 160 rooms, right? 10,000 windows.
I mean, that window cleaner's racking up a good bill there.
10,000! I can't even imagine what 1,000 windows on a house would look like.
That is crazy.
10,000 windows. Which is more, by the way, than the Empire State Building.
Shit.
Yeah.
That has a lot of windows, though. Jesus.
And it has 2,000 doors.
That's a lot of doors.
But the kicker, only one working shower. I mean, you could have built a couple more showers.
Yeah. Yeah, it had 13 bathrooms, but only one worked.
Yeah. So she spent millions on stained glass and rare woods, but apparently hygiene was just wasn't the priority.
Do you know the reason why? Because when I was researching her, I actually came across the reason why. Only one of them was working.
Huh.
So the reason why she has 13 bathrooms, because she also had a really big thing about the number 13.
Yeah, that she had, I think it was number 13, 7, and there was another one that were like the numbers.
So she had 13 bathrooms and only one of them worked. And the reason why is to confuse the ghosts.
For what reason why there's one working shower?
Yeah.
But then what's that going to confuse them for?
Because it only had like one working shower, so but also I think the toilet, but there's only one toilet that works as well.
But why is there, are they like, why is this bitch only in one shower?
Exactly, to confuse them. That's the lengths that she went to try and confuse these things. I don't know why they would be haunting a bathroom, but yeah.
So it also has 47 fireplaces, but only 17 chimneys.
Yeah, because some of the
do you think they're like intertwined?
No, so
or just well, to be fair, she just fucking
some of the chimneys stopped before the ceiling.
Yeah,
so the ceiling never opened up.
I know, but surely, like, you don't want to take a risk of which one. You have to remember which one has a chimney. Yeah. I should have set in a fire. Oh, look, that's not the wrong one.
Oops, it burned my house.
Oh well, I'll just build another one. You hoofed and he poofed and he blew the house down. And we rebuild. It's basically.
Well, yeah, construction, it's never to stop. So you could just rebuild it.
So now we go into like the individual kind of areas. So the stairs to nowhere. There's literal, like, you're walking up a flight of stairs and expecting a hallway, and like there's nothing there, it's just a ceiling.
Imagine if you wasn't looking when you were
a dead end.
You know when you open the door and walk into the room without looking? Imagine you did that and then you got faced with a wall. Yeah,
like, no, not that one. I can imagine I would get so lost. What
if there was a fire though and you had to try and get out? You'd be fucked. Oh, I suppose you could go through one of the 10,000 windows.
So there's like doors that go to nowhere as well. So there's literally, like, you imagine you're on the second floor, you open up the door thinking it's like a closet or another room, and it's just straight like drop into the kitchen garden. Not the kitchen garden, the kitchen, like,
yeah,
or a different room, or it's just a wall. There's literally like sometimes there's not that, it's literally like, oh no, we're going to stop building there, don't even put a room next to it, there's a drop or there's a wall.
So did you know she slept in a different room every night?
Yeah.
Imagine that you go to the kitchen, one of the many kitchens. I think she had 6 kitchens, and you make yourself a cup of tea. You take it up to your bed, but you've got to walk up 6 flights of stairs that lead to nowhere, a door that you nearly fucking breaks your neck.
Yeah.
And then you go to light a fire that the fireplace isn't fucking working properly.
Can you imagine? That was so annoying. Like, oh, set the house on fire again.
I just wanted a cup of tea in bed. I would get so annoyed.
So this is a cool one. Sarah had terrible arthritis, right? So she had these like switchback stairs built.
What?
So there are 44 steps, but each one is only 2 inches high. So we need to talk about the earthquake that happened as well.
I was just about to say, did you hear about the earthquake?
So it completely changed, like, kind of the way the house was. They had a tower to start with.
Yeah, it was like the whole house was 7 stories high.
Yeah.
To begin with.
So before 1906, the house was 7 stories tall, like you just said.
Yeah.
It had this massive, beautiful tower that looked like something out of a fairy tale, like it was big.
Rapunzel, let down your hair.
But when the earthquake hit, the top 3 floors basically collapsed into the bottom 4. Sarah was actually trapped in her bedroom, the Daisy room, and had to be dug out by the staff.
Thing is, imagine being stuck in that.
I don't want to imagine being stuck
And then
in
your
that.
staff like, what room are you in? She's like, oh, I'm in the Daisy room. Like, how the fuck do we get there? Are we going through, is it 2 lefts and a right? Or is it 3 lefts, 2 rights, back down the stairs, up the stairs, don't open that door, that leads you to the garden.
That one, you're going to die.
That's the trap door, and that's the hall.
So she took this as a sign from the spirits that they were angry she was finishing the house, in quotation marks.
Yeah, like, oh, you're too busy decorating rather than actually, like, hammering nails into wood.
Yeah, so what did she do? She didn't fix it. She just boarded up the damaged wing and kept building around it. Because that makes sense.
As you do.
This is why the house is so, like, glitchy now. Like, you'll be in a hallway and you see a window that looks like it goes into another room. That window used to look outside before the earthquake was, like, destroyed that wing.
So now you just have a random window inside of a room.
Yeah. Basically, there's, like, windows on the floor. Because that used to be where
like a
they
glass
were.
Floor.
But it's not a glass floor, because if you stand on it, you're dead.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
Like, she's like, there's like a border around it and everything. It's really weird. It's a really weird looking house. But yeah, that is basically the reason why it is all a bit crazy. One of the things that I found out about Sarah is that she wasn't just like eccentric. She was actually like a tech nerd as well. She was
yeah, because she's so clever.
Yeah. She had a massive electronic board that showed which room she was in so the servants could find her. That's how.
That just contradicts everything that she's done. She's hiding from these ghosts. Yeah, and yet she's like, if you want to find me, I'm in that room.
But then it's not about hiding from them, is it? Because it was all about building it.
But she had secret passageways.
I know, to confuse them, but it doesn't, yeah, like you said, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like you're confusing these ghosts, you're trying to hide from it, sleep in a different bedroom every night. And
but
yet,
also, the tech, how does she have that?
Well, indoor plumbing as well. Indoor plumbing was something that wasn't really around then.
Yeah, because she died in 1922. She's been doing this for however many years.
Electricity wasn't even a thing until 1920s.
Yeah. Well, she's doing it for 38 years, wasn't she? Because that's how long the construction was on.
Yeah.
So, 38 years.
1881, wasn't it? That hang on, I think that's when she started.
But didn't you think that's crazy that she managed to create a switchboard thing so the servants knew? Did you see that thing?
Oh, okay. What thing now?
Sorry, the electronic advancing reminded me of the CIA thing that I posted the other day on TikTok, and I don't know if you saw it.
No, I didn't. I haven't really been on TikTok for the last couple of days.
So, sorry, sidetrack, but I need to get this out now because that's how I'm going to be thinking about it.
Okay.
Where are you, bitch?
While you're doing that, did you know she also had early, like, gas lights, which were not really a thing back then as well.
Gas lights?
Yeah, so not just like candles like they would use then, they were gas lights.
And she was getting gaslit by the ghost.
Yeah, she'd done construction for like 38 years.
So, if you were interested in knowing what I'm talking about, I have got this on TikTok as well, so I've done a post on it.
Okay.
What is it called? It was called the insectocopter. So this, right?
Okay.
So this is an insect, like dragonfly, yeah?
Yeah.
Looks pretty real, right?
Uh-huh.
When do you think that was made? Because that is a drone that, like, it's a micro. Do you know what I was talking to you about? How I think that flies, when they're in the bathroom, they're watching
a fly
me
on the wall.
Yeah. This is a drone that records you, like records as audio.
Mm.
When do you think it was made?
I want to say this year, but
52 years ago.
I was not expecting that. This is the thing, when I was saying to you before, like the government have got technology way more advanced.
CIA.
Did you see the Winter Olympics? I think it was a Winter Olympics opening thing in Japan.
No.
Oh my god! When you get time, look at it.
Okay.
Because we have like the robots and they're like clumsy as anything and they're falling over. Their robots are doing fucking what do you call it? The ninja stuff.
Parkour?
No, that's not ninja.
It's samurai stuff.
Yeah, the samurai. They were doing like a samurai dance and it was like fluent.
Wow.
Like they were doing it with the humans as well. It was fluent, like flawless.
Yeah. But that was 52 years ago that thing was made. It's tiny.
That is crazy.
What were we talking about before that I got distracted?
I don't know.
Room.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to that.
There
Sorry
we go.
for the
little detour.
I take too many detours. I get lost. She had a switchboard so the servants could find her.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So she had indoor elevators and it was like a pulley system.
Yeah. Still a technology that they didn't really have then.
Yeah. And she had designed a specialized floor with zinc slats that caught water from her indoor plants and funneled it back into the garden.
That is amazing. Yeah, because she had
like an irrigation system.
Yeah, she had an inside greenhouse.
But how crazy is that? It's the 1890s, and this woman's created an indoor like irrigation system.
She is fucking incredible.
She's like above her time.
She even had like wool insulation as well. It was possibly one of the first homes to use wool insulation.
Huh.
Because all these other homes were like freezing cold, and she's there with wool insulation, working lights and
crazy
an irrigation system.
So we're going to concentrate now on the number 13 and the seance room.
Yeah.
So most of the windows have 13 panes.
Mm-hmm.
The greenhouse has 13 cupolas, whatever that is. The grand ballroom, which is gorgeous, by the way, has a chandelier with 13 candles. Now, the chandelier didn't originally have 13 candles.
No.
She added it.
Yeah, they only came with 12. So she got somebody to put in the 13th
It looks really weird.
Candle.
It doesn't look good. I can tell you that. So the seance room is the heart of the house, like I was saying before. It's a tiny room with only one entrance, but 3 exits. Why? I don't know.
I mean, how can you have one entrance but 3 exits?
I feel that's a dirty question.
Surely. She just added an extra house.
The rooms aren't the only ones that she had upgraded. Anyway. So yeah, she had a room with 1 entrance but 3 exits. 2 of those exits are secret. And 1 is a hidden door. And the other leads to a drop. So you don't want to pick the wrong exit, basically.
Do not pick door number 3.
Do not try and exit that room drunk.
I don't understand. So you can walk in. Why can't you walk back out the same way?
I'm assuming it doesn't get it might all go outside.
Yeah, but you can still enter unless she's taken the handles off from the other side of the door.
That's so pathetic.
Something that we used to do to each other.
To be fair, I probably would do that though, because you've got all of these exits.
Yeah,
you don't want people just coming into the house.
So you can walk into the door through one way, and it shuts behind you. There's no door handle, and then you can go out of the other 3 because they have door handles.
Well, you can't. One of them's a drop. You don't go out alive.
You can go out of it. You're not going to come back in.
You're not going to go anywhere.
So then, once you go out of them, there's no door handle on the other side. That is what I'm presuming, because you can't have 1 entrance and 3 exits.
It doesn't really say, but yeah, that's what I'm
going for.
Why? What baffles me is this, surely she must get drunk a lot, because she sounds
I would.
If you're getting haunted by ghosts, I'm just gonna put it out there that's probably going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in a seance room and I'm having a couple of glasses of wine, I pick door number 3 by accident because I think it's door number 1.
Yeah.
That's game over. It's a risky game.
It's very risky. How she survived.
You play blind man bluff with her and you like blindfold her and like, go on then find the exit.
Spin around a few times.
Which one you go for? Listen to the ghosts, they'll lead you to the right one.
The ghost's like, fuck you. You only built one bathroom, bitch.
But yeah, it leads to a drop. The legend is that she went in there every night to get instructions from the spirits on what to build next. So that was the kind of like the purpose of the room.
Yeah.
Was to talk to the spirits. You're talking to the spirits when there's a drop. I'd say you're crazy.
I reckon that was one of the crazy ghosts.
Yeah, go on build this one. That one has ADHD. He's got
he was mid-sentence and then trailed off.
Did you know that's actually still finding stuff? Like, as recently as 2016, they found a new room that had been boarded up since the earthquake. And it was full of Victorian furniture and a sewing machine. And it's just been like frozen in time for hundreds of years. When they found out that she was dead, literally the workers just stopped because we're like, literally, like, she's dead. Right, let's fuck off.
Yeah, like there's the whole reason was to keep her alive.
Yeah.
So apparently, if you go into the house, you can still see nails that are half
happening. So they literally stopped when they were like, all right, done.
Yeah.
They're probably like, done. Finally, this fucking project.
But also, could she have the same people?
Yeah.
That whole
she
time?
had helped some people out because they had constant.
They had constant work. It wasn't like she hired Bob for the week and then she was like, oh, I'm going to go hire Jim instead. Like, she hired these people for the whole time.
Yeah.
She must have been crazy to work for, though, because there was times where, to keep the construction going, she would be like, right, I want you to paint this room this colour. And then as soon as it was painted, she was like, right, okay, I want this colour now.
Yeah.
I would have been like, you fucking joking. I've just spent all day on this. But
I guess
they got paid well for it.
Yeah. It's mental, isn't it? That could be happening for 38 years. I mean, I would say, like, you know, what was their neighbours think? But the house is so big and the land is so massive. There's not really, like, there are neighbours now, but they weren't there before.
It was a cottage and it had 6 acres of land with it. It was a cottage and 6 acres.
It's a farmhouse.
In the end, but cottage, farmhouse, very similar things, okay?
Kind of, they're not.
Shut up.
It's like Dalton and Jerky. They're similar, but they're not the same.
Okay. Well, anyway, there was a farmhouse.
Yeah.
With 6 acres. On 6 acres of land. The house itself ended up being the 6 acres.
Yeah, that makes sense. It is. When I saw it, I was like, that looks like something that should be in like Disneyland. Like the way it's built looks a lot like that, and it's so big. It looks like it's a resort. Like,
yeah,
giant.
So when the attic was discovered, it was they had a pump organ in it, which is creepy enough in itself.
A what?
Pump organ?
What's a pump organ?
You know those like big church, like yeah, those things. It was one of those, and a Victoria era couch, a dress form, and a sewing machine, and just some other paintings as well. But there was rumours. So when she was still alive, there were stories told of a storage room filled with over $20,000 worth of stuff.
Oh.
Including like Tiffany windows designed by Sarah herself, featuring a spiderweb design. Now, I don't know. I don't think it was ever recovered from the research that they'd done. I think that was just rumours of what was in there, but it was never found. So the attic was found, but it also had 2 basements.
How do you get 2 basements?
How do you get stairways to nothing?
I feel like like when she was I tell you what I think she would be really good at Sims.
Yeah.
I think she'd be bad at The Sims, actually. She's good at trapping the Sims.
She would build them a pool and then build a wall around it.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's like, no, not today.
No
she's like, you were in there for too long. We had to build a wall.
Yeah.
It's a Trump wall.
It was one of those, there's only one entrance and no exits.
That sounds like our Sims
number
one.
3.
Me and Vicky had a very dark childhood playing The Sims. Did you know that? Do you know she was 4 foot tall, like 4'10"?
Yeah.
So many of the windows, sinks, and even the countertops were installed at her height.
Love it.
Yeah, so for a normal sized person, the house feels like a bit like it was built for a hobbit. You know, like there's like a short shower. Like the shower in the house was built specifically for her, so it was like low, and like a grown man would have to kneel to get his head on there.
I love that.
Apparently, there's part of her roof which is called the witch's cap, because it looks exactly like a pointed hat, right? And so if you stand exactly in the center of the room underneath it and speak, your voice doesn't sound like it's coming from you. It sounds like it's surrounding you from 360 degrees.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, so it's like a natural acoustic phenomenon, but
optical illusion, but for your ears.
Yeah, but in a house full of spirits, it's like,
no, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Imagine that if somebody whispered in your ear, but you didn't know where it came from. And they're talking to you, and you're like, "Where the fuck are you?"
Yeah.
And you know also that the when she died, and the house was auctioned off, the house was deemed worthless.
Yeah, because the layout makes no sense, so it's hard for people, like...
Yeah, and the damage and the earthquake as well. They were
just yeah, she didn't fucking fix it.
Yeah, they were like, you know what, it's not worth anything.
No, she's built around it. Like, all
your
this
life's work, like, all of your money has been put into this house, and it's worthless. So
I'm going to quickly go over some of the ghost stories.
Okay.
So one's called the wheelbarrow ghost.
I was actually going to ask you if you heard about him.
Clyde.
I didn't know he had a name.
Yeah, it's called Clyde.
Have you just given him that name?
No, it says Clyde.
Okay.
I didn't just give him a name. I'll give him a better name, like Jerry or something.
Jerry can.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And he can.
Can Clyde do it? No, but Jerry can. We have too much fun. All right. So this is probably the most famous specific spirit in the house, and he's often called Clyde. And he's described as a man in white overalls or brown jumpsuit. So people see him in the basement or around the ground. No, it's not a ground ballroom. It's a grand ballroom. It's grand, like a granddad clock. The clock that doesn't stop.
I think you need some stick.
I think I do. I think I need it.
You know when kids get overtired and they start rambling random shit? I think that's you right now.
It really is. Grand ballroom.
Ballroom.
The grand ballroom. Okay. Oh, because we messed around so much, the rest of the words don't make sense. Right. People see him in the basement or around the grand ballroom. It's always busy. He's usually seen pushing a wooden wheelbarrow full of coal or ash, or sometimes just kneeling by a fireplace if he's doing repairs. He's a residual haunting, meaning he doesn't interact with people. He's just on a loop. So he's still, as if he's like still working with Sarah 100 years later. Just doing his wheelbarrow jobs.
Yeah. Do you know, during the time where they were clearing all and doing all the stuff to like get it ready to become like a show house. Not a show house, but you know, the house it is now.
Yeah, a tourist attraction.
People would see him a lot.
Clyde.
And they were saying like, who's that guy who's working? Like, and the guy who was in charge of all of it was like, I've got a list of all the workers and that man's not on it.
Huh.
Like, I don't know who he is. I've not seen him, but I don't know who he is. And apparently, like, more than like 5 people had said,
Poor
like,
Clive.
who is this guy? But yeah, just there with his wheelbarrow doing his own thing.
So there's one which is like the heavy footsteps in the water tower. So maintenance workers and tour guides have reported very specific intelligent hauntings in the 3-story water tower. So a worker named Denny once heard someone walking on the floor above him. He climbed up to tell the trespasser to leave, but as soon as he reached the next floor, the footsteps moved towards the bottom. The footsteps moved to the level above him.
Maybe he went through the door. Like, maybe he went through the window that was on the floor.
What do you mean the level above him? Does it mean they're below him? I don't know. But
moved to a different level.
He
We'll
moved,
go for that.
Yeah. He moved to the different level, guys. The chilling part is
Oh god.
Okay. He chased the sound all the way to the very top of the roof, and when he burst through the door, there was absolutely no one there. No way down, no way out, just empty air.
I mean, there is a way down, but you're not just moving.
It's not a very fun way down. They
Or is it?
have someone called the Woman in White at the window.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Well,
the Woman in White.
Right, so some people claim to see Sarah herself. The most common sighting is a woman in white drifting past the windows. In 2025, a paranormal team allegedly captured a video of the figure, and their audio recorders picked up a faint, chilling whisper saying, "I missed this house." Oh, don't like that.
Well, that's creepy.
Yeah. So the theory is that many believe this isn't Sarah, but one of the many high society guests that used to visit, or perhaps a servant who never left. Because Sarah was meant to be all in black in mourning for a very long time.
Oh, okay. I didn't get into what she wore.
Because she was in mourning, she was like most of the time, basically, she was known as being all in black.
Yeah.
So her being in white would be a bit.
Later on in her years, she actually moved out from the house.
Yeah, she had different residence history.
Yeah, so one of the other houses I mentioned, I've locked my phone now, so I can't see it. But yeah, she lived out of the house, but she would come back every day to make sure that construction was still going.
Mm-hmm. So the organ music in the bedroom is one. So when Sarah died in the Daisy room, the master bedroom, by the way, this room was sealed off after 1906. Oh yeah, it was right. The makes sense in there. Dyslexia 1, me 0. The room was sealed off after the 1906 earthquake because she thought the spirits were angry. So
I mean, yeah, fair enough. She did get trapped in there.
Yeah. The sound, so visitors often report hearing the faint sound of a pump organ, which you were talking about,
in the attic,
playing from behind the walls in this room. But there was no organ in that room. And the house is so quiet that the sound shouldn't be travelling like that. It is a mournful Victorian-style melody that starts and then stops at random. So there's also one which is a favourite for the tour guides. People often feel a gentle, instant tug on their shirt or the hem of their skirt while walking through the narrowest hallways. It's never aggressive. It feels like a small child.
Oh, that's
even if it's not aggressive. If it's a child, it's aggressive to me. Don't
touch me.
No. Yeah, it just feels like a small child or a distracted worker trying to get your attention to move you out of the way. Some say the spirit was Sarah trying to confuse, which should be fair. Sarah is the size of a child.
Yeah, she is.
So
makes sense that it could be her being like, I'm just going to confuse you. Pick door number 3, please.
Yeah. And then, so there's the last one is the seance room. And it's the only room in the house where Sarah supposedly went alone. Modern ghost hunters say that this is the heaviest room. People report feeling like they are being watched by dozens of eyes. When the photos are taken in this room, they often come back with orbs or strange shadow figures leaning in corners where the 13 coat hooks are.
Do you also know that some people experienced temporary blindness as well in some of those rooms in the house?
Don't like that.
Yeah.
But that is the story of the
Winchester House.
Yes.
Did you know? Also, fun fact. So, I wasn't sure if you had seen it or not because after all the websites that I was on looking at all this history of her, I've only found this on one website. So I don't think it was a very well-known thing. But we know it as the Winchester House. She never named it Winchester House. She named it Lalanda Villa.
Oh, yeah, no, I did know that. But it does have Winchester on it. So on the front gates, one side says Winchester, and then the other sides have Lalanda Villa, wherever it is. Because do you know why she called it that?
No.
She called it that because it reminds her that it did anyway before. It reminded her of a villa, or is either a villa or it was like the land of Lalanda, where it is in Spain, where she went with her husband.
So
the farmhouse where it was located and around it and stuff reminded her of that, so that's why she called it that, to name it after that.
Well, that's sweet.
Yeah. That is today's episode. We need to stop it now because it's already 1 hour and 40 and I can't be bothered to edit more than that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And also I should really be going home.
Right. Thank you guys for listening to this week's episode. I don't know what we're going to be covering next week, so we will let you know when we know.
I mean, we'll probably let you know when it comes to our next episode, when you get the random notification.
What?
If they're following us, they might get a notification.
Oh, right, I see what you mean, yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to us, and we will see you next week. Oh, and I forgot to say, if you can give us a like and a follow on TikTok, that'd be great, and on Instagram, all of our socials are in the show notes below. So yeah, if you could go do that, would be amazing. And if you give us a comment, that would be great. Do what you want to do, just comment below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.